Am I live? Hopefully I am. If not, man, just a second. Let me get my stuff set up. It's early for me to be on here. Y'all know how I be. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I didn't put a pin on my jacket. It's not important. I mean, it kind of is. Let's do this one. One moment, please. Put it right there. Put it right there. Welcome back. Uh-oh. To Pills, Potions, and Poisons with me, NAllenRx. I'm a pharmacist. But I'm not in a professional capacity. However, I do have expert level knowledge and information that I can share with you guys. But there's one thing I need y'all to remember while you're here on the stream. I got my glasses on tonight, y'all. Might as well. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep them on. It's the distance. I'm not in a professional capacity. However, I do have expert level knowledge and information that I can share with you guys. But there's one thing I need you to remember while you're here on the stream. And what's that? I'm not your pharmacist. I'm not your pharmacist. I'm not your pharmacist. What are we talking about tonight? I feel some kind of way about this. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. And if y'all can hear me, we got the Ninja Watchers, the Ghost Watchers in the chat. Can y'all give me a good? Let me know we're good on the sound and everything. I think we're talking about. I know who this chick is, Elizabeth Holmes. I don't think these rappers know who she is. I don't think they know. I don't think they know. I don't think they know who she is. I think they just trying to get some money. That's what I think. Oh, I said I was gonna create a poll. I need to create a poll. I think that I don't think that they know who who she is. I'm gonna give y'all some background information. First thing, there's this guy, former CEO of some company. He says that the tech that Elizabeth Holmes that she had that it actually works, and she's been convicted and she's in jail right now, serving I think about 11, 12 years. I don't really know exactly how long she's gonna be up in there. It's gonna be a while though. What did she do? He says the machine works. I don't know if he got some AI or whatever he got to do this. He says that it works. I don't know. We don't know. I haven't seen a demonstration or anything yet. As far as I can see, he's doing the same thing, telling the same lie Elizabeth told. However, Elizabeth got like $900 million or something like that when she was spreading her lies. She had a machine. I think it was called the Edison or something like that. Y'all fact check me if you need to. Anyway, this machine, she said, could test for over 200 different disease states, including things like cancer. How, Sway? How do you say? How did she do that? She didn't actually. We still waiting to see a working product. We still don't have one. We still don't have one that is working. Oh, I ain't turn my Wi-Fi off. I don't know what I be doing. Why did it do that? Is it blood? I don't even know. I ain't checked to see. Anyway, I'm back. So let's see. We gonna watch the video. I don't know what y'all heard and didn't hear. I don't even know. I don't even know. I really don't even know if y'all can hear me right now. I really don't even know. But anyway, I'm gonna play this link so we can listen to what I got here, Ronnie El Husseini, what he has to say about this. And y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the chat. Get in here. Get in here. Is anybody in here? It's Friday. Y'all probably out on hanging out and on dates and things. Who even knows? Okay, let's see. He says that he got the juice. Elizabeth couldn't get this thing working. She's in jail right now. They say she need to be released. He must not know what she in jail for. Because anybody who's saying that, they don't know. If there's anyone in, let me know if we have sound. Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay. Let's go back up here. I'm gonna press play. Oh, I can't even hear it. That might help. Okay, let's try this again.
In Palm Beach County, hundreds of medical professionals from across the nation gathered at the convention center to hear about medical breakthroughs. The session was led by former local lab CEO Ryan El Husseini, who says after years of testing, he may have cracked a new lead in disgraced Theranos CEO Elizabeth Holmes' case.
Here today, I'm presenting to hundreds of physicians the breakdown of laboratory technology, meaning the actual test, what is a test, how the machines work, and then what happened with Theranos.
Starting Monday, dozens of billboards will pop up across South Florida and the rest of the nation called Just Blood. They're urging people to take action and sign a change.org petition to free Elizabeth Holmes based on the findings revealed at Pharmacist.
Okay.
One of the biggest.
Okay, so that's okay. I'm gonna play the next clip, but I'm not gonna play the sound because they out here like doing a show and this music, and I don't know how that's going for real. But let's see. I'm gonna play this part. So that's Jim Jones right there. He can I put captions on here? I guess not. I can't put captions on. Okay, they showing old clips of Elizabeth. That's Fabolous, Fabolous. That's him. They all saying things. They like, doing their songs, right? We gon' make it. All that kind of stuff. And they like, yeah, we want to free this young lady. What young lady? Jadakiss. They all up in there. This is a medical conference, okay? This looks like, I don't know about a movie about like with what's the movie I'll be talking about all the time? Is that Trinidad James? I don't even know who Trinidad James is, to be honest, y'all. I don't know who that is. Okay, so this movie that I always talk about when they was pushing the Oxycontin when it first came out. When it first came out, and I mean first time it versus Oxycontin when it first came out, and they had like a mascot. They had a mascot for the pills. Y'all thought this baby was gone. He's still here. Bill Cosby is still here. They had a mascot. They was putting on concerts. They got everybody up in that joint. Okay, they got everybody up in there. This is what this looks like. It's like, what is this? This is how we promote stuff. And it's like, who is this guy? He has a movie coming out. First of all, he's about, I don't know. I'm going to say about 3 years too late on the movie situation. They done had 12 different versions of this. So that's what you're doing right now. He's some former CEO of what company? I think I saw something about Access. I'll look it up. I don't even know. His IG page only got probably 6 posts on it. And they all weird. Tell y'all who else was on there I was shocked to see. Scarface. I'm thinking, you know, he more like, you know, down with the people. Y'all know what I mean? And he said, I thought he was more of a like a well, I guess he is being an activist on this. But you know, I'm thinking he a little more woke. Y'all know what I'm saying about Scarface? It just don't seem like he'd be, you know, jumping in on some stuff like this. But none of them said her name. They said, we want this young lady free. We want to overturn sentences for people who were wrongly convicted. I'm like, do they know what the hell she did? I don't think they know what she did. They don't even know who she is. Okay, picture it. I don't know, however many years ago. I would have looked this up, but y'all know I didn't. So I watched the movie and I did the research. In real life, okay? In real life. That's why I don't have a white coat for nothing. So anyway, she comes up with this idea, right? She was like determined to come up with some kind of unique invention, right? So she says she has a machine that could test for different type of disease states. Everybody knows that this is you can't do this in like the retail setting, because I'm gonna be honest, the reason she is in jail because lives were lost, there were misdiagnosed or undiagnosed, so many different things. You got this kind of stuff in the retail set, like people like me, like I can give vaccines, but I can't test for like, you know, breast cancer. We can't test for all this different stuff. I ain't mean to do that. Can't test for breast cancer. Can't do that up in there. You can't do that up in there. Oh my God. That is right. Nice. Okay, anyway. So much for that. So yeah, you can't test for that in the retail setting. So what she did, let me tell y'all. Okay, so you go to the doctor. Y'all know I've been dealing with this iron situation. As you can see, you know, it's kicking in, it's working. And my primary care doctor, they draw blood. And, you know, I ain't been feeling well some kind of way. And they send it to the lab. They got a lab. They can look at certain things under the microscope in the doctor's office. Y'all probably don't know that, but they do. They can. So, but they send it to the lab. He says, well, from what I can see here, you know, there's nothing really showing up right now. Or you can see what something's not right, when they look at it. Something's not right. They send it off to another lab. Y'all know this, what is it, LabCorp, such and such diagnostics, wherever they send a sample off to. Now, she alleged that one drop of blood, a finger prick, you could diagnose these disease states. Sometimes you got to do a sample of the tissue. Sometimes, you know, you could use urine, you could use blood, you could use for C19, you could use saliva. These types of tests are built a certain kind of way. They're made a certain kind of way for a reason. You can't put all that in a little box like, you know, I don't know. I can't describe the dimensions of that small box. But the type of test it's going to take to make that actually work, it never worked, okay? It never worked. She was still using these gigantic machines that, you know, LabCorp is using, she said, as a standard to measure her samples up against, but she didn't even get any results at all. This sheet just printing out just blank paper. I don't even understand what, you know, this is all about. So they all in parades. They got all these billboards. They in Times Square. They having these concerts. And they like, yeah, free this young lady. This young lady is responsible for like actual deaths. I don't think they know that. Y'all think they know that? And in the healthcare industry, Jim Jones ain't gonna convince me to do nothing, you know, change my mind about that. Is he gonna change yours? I don't. I don't trust Jimmy. So let's look up this other guy, see who he is. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I didn't look. Let me see. RPG, you in the chat? Are you in the chat, Ashley? Are you actually in the chat? You were in the chat. Oh, I forgot I did that. Oh, shit, y'all like, who is the exception? The exception is me. Y'all like, everybody think the exception to the rule. I've been the exception to the rule. Like, seriously, that's my line name, the exception. So, you know, some other people gave me that name. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real. Okay, hold on. I lost my place. Okay. Hold on. Elizabeth Holmes. Well, I'm going to tell you about her. And then I'm going to tell you about this other dude. All right. This is the latest on Elizabeth Holmes. Wow. This who he say. This who they saying free. Free this lady right here. Oh my gosh, she looks so bad right now. That ain't important. She does though. I think she's trying to play up this whole prison thing. Bro. Oh my God. Hold on. Y'all got a few minutes. I do too, I think. Do I have a few minutes? Okay. Yeah, I got a few minutes. I gotta be out here like 30 more minutes. Okay. I lost my page. They gave me everybody who I need. Maybe it's my fault. One moment. Y'all, ain't nobody in here, so y'all be all right. Okay. Oh. Okay. They don't want to say. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. This is who Elizabeth Holmes is. They thought this chick was Steve Jobs or whoever. She was the female Steve Jobs. Everybody want to be Steve Jobs. She wasn't, though. She was a fraud. Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes, they breaks the silence, first interview from prison. Okay, this is how she trying to look. She had got hundreds of millions of dollars, and it all was a scam. Everybody's so excited about Elizabeth Holmes, okay? They want to tell us, like, what's she doing in prison? But that's not what I came on here for. Well, twice a week for a few fleeting hours, 41-year-old. She 41? She was like 19 or 20 when they was like giving her all this money for this equipment that didn't work. And it was into all of the pharmacies. Big chains. I saw this stuff. I saw one for myself. I saw it. And I'm like, this thing is not working. It's not printing out nothing. How long this stuff's supposed to run through here? I got to take the sample. This is a pie in the sky. Okay. So let's see. Where we at? She don't want to see her kids in jail. Okay. She's no superhero. And the tough reality of her life today is a nightmare for her own making. After serving nearly 2 years of a 11 point, what is it? Why would they put that? 11.25-year sentence reduced to 9 years for good behavior for fraud and conspiracy over the collapse of Theranos, the billion-dollar biotech corporation she founded. She is speaking out for the first time in prison interview conducted in a cold visitation room furnished with vending machines and blue plastic chairs. What else do they? What is going to be up in there? Gone are the black turtlenecks and crimson lipstick she wore when she dazzled Silicon Valley and the national media as the bold CEO of a startup. Her company promised to revolutionize the healthcare industry with cheap diagnostic testing and devices able to screen patients for hundreds of diseases with just a few drops of blood. I already knew that was a lie. I already knew. This guy that's saying it's working now, he is, to me, he seems like he's just trying to jump on the bandwagon. He wants some of that $1 billion that she was supposed to get. You got, okay, let me pull myself up for a second. Oh, and let me pull you down, RPG. RPG, hey! He hits me with the $10. He says, no comment, no question, just the pure love. You know, I appreciate you. You know, I love when y'all show me love. I told y'all, man, just showing up be enough for me. I ain't greedy. You know, I ain't one of them, but just showing up is good enough. So, you know, I appreciate it when you drop a little few dollars on me. We like the money that folks. Okay, we love that. Thank you, RPG, and thank you for being in the chat more than anything. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that part. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. What do you think about this? I was going to say this. This lady said she could do, this machine could test for over 200 different diseases, right? But let's think about this. Think about a pregnancy test, right? That's one of these kind of tests, right? I'm going to pull you down, but thank you as always, RPG. You already know. I'm going to put you in the banner. One thing at a time, though, right now. Think about a pregnancy test, okay? With this type of test, this tube, it has different type of technology. Got these markers up in there that checks for the pregnancy hormone, right? To determine if a person is pregnant. Then you got what I was gonna say. You got the C19 test. You got them too. Y'all know how those work. Gotta get the swab. It gotta do the same thing. You know, you put it in a solution and then it tests for that. It's like she's saying she got a machine that could do all these different tests, right? Then you got, okay, something that could maybe be close to something like this would be like a drug test. A drug test is close. It's close because you got the kind of test that could test for cocaine. It could test for marijuana. It could test for barbiturates. Y'all know what those are. Phenobarb, the barbs. It could test for, what's the drug class? With Xanax, those drugs. It could test for, I don't know. It could test for all kinds of different things. It would have to be something along those lines. It would have to be similar to something like that. But those are still drug tech. My phone is off the hook right now. Where is it? It would have to be something similar to that. But you can't say you are using, you can't, a test that's going to test for diabetes is not going to be able to be in the same type of machine that could test for cancer. You got to narrow this stuff down. You got to narrow it down. And when you say over 200, that means, first of all, if you don't have anything, if you don't have those HeLa cells somewhere up in there, then you're a fraud, baby. I already know. I ain't hear HeLa not one time. And we know if it's any kind of scientific investigation, breakthrough, extravaganza, Healer is there, okay? She's there. She's always going to be present. I didn't hear one word about her, okay? So she wasn't there. This shit wasn't working, okay? It wasn't going to work. So anyway, you got to have all these different peptides. You have all these different genetic markers. All of this kind of sophisticated technology. You're saying you have all of these different things. You figure out a way to make all of those work in one machine. And they ain't never see that thing work. It never worked. It never worked. It never worked. She should have went like, I'm on the research route. That way, if you don't get any results, then that's okay. Because, you know, y'all know how I feel about research. I still feel how I feel about research. If you don't get any results, then you just learn from that of what not to do next time, which is okay if it's understood research. But you are here selling this thing like you got a working product, and you know you didn't. You didn't have no product. And on top of that, you cheating and you got the whole cover up going on using the actual real machines that you say, you know, you the downsides that you think you're saving these people money. You using that to get the results. You started researching. They got like these groups. They got, you know, sample sizes of the population and all of these statistics. And all of it was a lie. Like, people were getting results that were false negatives, false positives. None of it was right. You just falsifying information. You take a test and you in the pharmacy, which is crazy. You can't. It's not so much we can do. Like, you know, y'all don't be respecting us anyway. Y'all don't have no respect for pharmacists. We know. We don't care though. We don't care. We don't care what y'all think about us, like in our job and what we do. Oh, they just, you know, they just putting the, you know, sticker on the box. Okay, whatever. So even though we still, y'all don't have no respect for us, but y'all do, because is the number one trusted profession in healthcare. And I would say, period. Y'all be trusting the druggists. Y'all be disrespectful sometimes, but we are the most trusted. We are. And we lie to you for what? I don't want to lose my license or my job. I need my money right now. I got things I got to do with money. Keep telling y'all that. So yes. She knew that stuff wasn't working. So you go in here, you like, okay, we're gonna run a blood panel. And it's gonna test for all these different disease states. We draw the blood. Because at first it was like, oh, it's going to print out your results right there, which we knew that wasn't true either. But they're going to send it off to a lab. They get your sample in the lab up in the sky, wherever this lab is at, because it's like, all this is a collection tool. Like, your thing is not running no tests. You're just collecting samples, sending it off to a lab in the sky to do the same thing that they doing in the hospitals and in the labs. This is what they do anyway. Then you send back some fake ass results. Oh my God. It's like, bro, what? You think, oh, well, I'm going to just put negative on everything. Sounds harmless, but then somebody goes to their primary care doctor and they take some real tests, because we're tell them, follow up with your primary care physician. We're going to tell them that. Anyway, we're going to tell them that. They go to the doctor, and the doctor give them some bad news. And you're like, what the hell? This how she got caught. They like, okay, we're going to refer you out to the next place because this is your results. She like, well, I got these results when I went to... I was negative. I was clear. Like, you already knew you had this thing at least. And everything came up negative. Let's dig into this. So that's what happened with Elizabeth. That's how she got caught. So I'm going to finish whatever reading this part. Oh, was I already done? Okay. Oh, is that her? I'm going to tell you how sneaky she is. She still is a problem. I don't care. When she first started going to trial, she going to get pregnant when they was getting ready to sentence her. Girl. Not by that dude she was sleeping with that she worked with, the old dude, Sonny. She's crazy. She was crazy. I call her crazy. I don't care. She was crazy. She sleeping with this older man, like 30 years older than her, from wherever he from, acting like she was being manipulated. These people be narcs. She was probably halfway manipulating him, playing like she's some little young girl. Y'all know who, probably was acting like old girl was acting when she had the show. Who even knows? I don't know what they was doing. I just saw the show, and that's all I heard about their private relationship. Anyway, and she said he was manipulating her. She was in charge, and she was trying to be Steve Jobs for real, because she would be like practicing in the mirror, and she would start talking like this, and it's like, why are you talking like that? Don't talk like that. Stop that. That sounds crazy, and it looks forced, and we know it. Stop being weird. But anyway, so she was doing that, being crazy, and she got pregnant. Guess what? By the time she came around, I don't know when she went back to trial. I don't know how court works. Y'all know. Only court I know is like when I be standing up talking, holding court. So anyway, she got pregnant again. That boy had 2 babies during that trial. Had never had a baby before. Had 2. She's like, okay, I'm gonna play the sympathy card. Her test didn't work, so she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Like, girl, you fooled like company executives. You're not innocent. Now she wears drab khaki prison garb with her blonde hair pulled back. Shout out to the blondes. Bare makeup and a silver cross around her neck, speaking in a voice notably softer than her throaty baritone she was known for. She was talking like this. She would be like practicing in the mirror. And yes. And I'm being a weirdo. And then she would buck her eyes like that. Let me put myself in close. She would be doing this. And yeah. And it's like, how can you take a person like that seriously? They like, we're going to take her seriously. It'd be crazy to be doing something like this. Like they think, oh, you're a genius. You got to be weird. You don't have to be weird to be a genius. Be looking at a genius right now and don't even know it. Okay, so let's go. That baritone was sick. It was crazy. I'm not the same back then. So she's not saying like that. She's saying, she's not talking like, I'm not the same person that I was back then. She's probably now like, I'm not the same person, that I was back then, says Holmes, who pleaded not guilty at her trial and maintains her innocence today, albeit while vaguely acknowledging there are things that I would do what I've done differently on her path to lockup. You don't want to give these people accurate test results? Is that something you would have done differently? And you're innocent of what? What are you innocent of? Because we might not be even talking about the same thing. We got to be clear. It's surreal. People who have met me believe so strongly about me. Yeah, they don't understand who I am. You're a fraud. It forces a lot of time questioning belief and hoping the truth will prevail. I'm walking by faith and ultimately the truth, but it's been hell and torture to be here. You look like you at Club Fed, man. Is that where she at? Oh, it looks like she's on some kind of ranch. At 20, she dropped out of Stanford University in her sophomore year to focus on developing healthcare technology with a mission to save lives. She don't even know how this stuff works. Y'all know they got these new freestyle meters to test your glucose with, like, oh, well, you don't even have to stick yourself. But you do stick yourself when you stick the thing in your arm, like when you're changing the sensor. So you stick yourself still, I get it. You ain't steady pricking your finger every single time. But like when you stick it in your arm, because you got to stick it in your arm, man. Anyway, it's like, okay, you don't even have a clue how this stuff works. You've never been in like really technology. You've never been in healthcare. Nothing. Even the glucose meters, the regular ones, like One Touch and all them, they need to start sponsoring me. I need to write them. So you got all these different kind of tests that require different things. You got DNA tests. If you could test for all this stuff, if she's going to put all of those different type of tests, which I don't know what 200 she was even talking about, we could test for over 200 different things. How? And what 200 things? We need to know that part. She never even listed that. Okay. In 2003, excuse me. Oh, she is like, are we the same age? She 40, I'm 41. In 2003, she launched her blood testing startup Theranos. In 2003, that's when I was becoming the exception, which soared to a $9 billion valuation in a decade. Hell, that's the next Steve Jobs. That was her stuff, her ish right there. Steve Jobs. She's the next Steve Jobs. And backed by investors such as Murdoch and the family behind Walmart, Holmes became the nation's youngest self-made billionaire in 2014. 2014, what was I doing, Lord? But following the publication of the expose in the Wall Street Journal, that question, sorry, y'all. I'm going to pull this down. I be doing all kind of stuff. When I be on the road, boy, I be, isn't up. Okay. Publication in the Wall Street Journal that questioned the accuracy of the company's testing technology. A federal probe led to the indictment of Holmes and Theranos executive Ramesh Sunny Bhawani. That was her boyfriend. Her secret boyfriend at the time, on charges of misleading investors and defrauding them along with patients for hundreds of millions of dollars. Holmes' rise to fame and fall from grace were depicted in Hulu's miniseries, The Dropout. I watched that, starring Amanda Seyfried, which Holmes says she found difficult to watch. That show was so good. Holmes is still processing the downfall that wiped away her entire fortune as she considers her trial and conviction in blah, 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 blah. It's a miscarriage of justice. Do they always say that? This is a miscarriage of justice. First, it was about accepting it happened, says Holmes, about her relationship with Bhawani. She slept with him for years. Like years. I don't understand. Then it was about forgiving myself for my own part. About sleeping with the man, not defrauding these people out of millions of dollars and compromising their health. Not that. And I refuse to plead guilty to crimes I did not commit. Theranos failed, but failure is not fraud. But fraud is fraud, Elizabeth. On the stand, doctors and patients testified that the blood tests Holmes developed and marketed were a healthcare scam. One woman claimed test results showed she had a miscarriage when she was actually pregnant. God, I didn't even know it was tested for pregnancy. I didn't even know that. I used pregnancy as an example. These different tests, like, can't even, how? Somebody's saying that this working. We're going to get to him. What time is it? We're going to get to him. He say that her technology works. Okay. Okay. Claims she had, Lord have mercy. Another patient was told he might have prostate cancer when he didn't. These tests are serious and sophisticated, and it's really an insult to people who work in that area, in that field, who do research, who create these types of technology, the scientists, the doctors, the PhDs, who all of them. This is the insult for you to just be like, man, I think this is a good idea. It is a good idea, but you didn't have the product. It wasn't working. You just spreading a bunch of lies. You needed to stay in the lab a little bit longer. Let it cook. You needed to let it cook, Elizabeth. But you already like getting money from sponsors and you pushing this out, and it's people actually using this. This is affecting people's lives. That's why you in jail, baby. Let's be real. A third received a false HIV diagnosis. Now I'll be like, bitch, how you know? You go in here. I really would like a list. Has anybody asked for this? Of the 200 disease states, health conditions, diagnoses that machine was supposedly tested for? I need a list. So you can test for HIV, prostate cancer, and pregnancy all in the same machine. Same thing. That's crazy. I mean, I knew this, but I didn't. I didn't know all this. Okay. Excuse me. She was acquitted of the fraud charges related to patients and is waiting an appeal, verdict for her convictions for a panel of 3 federal judges. Before she and Balwani were ordered to pay $452 million in restitution. There she go right there. Look at her. She's giving I'm frail. She's giving I'm a dirty blonde. She's giving this is my man. My man, and these are my kids, and we outside. She don't even care about them kids. I know she don't care about the kids. I know people they got kids they don't care about. Them kids are there for a photo op. She don't care about that man either. She don't want him. She like what her sonny was doing. Her sonny was out here getting money, and making moves. This dude here want to be a family man. He don't know Elizabeth ain't a family woman. Some women don't be family women. Some of them don't. Yeah, men be surprised. Some men be surprised when they hear this. Elizabeth, she's from the streets. Although the start of her prison sentence was postponed, Holmes said she was still mentally prepared to serve time as a mother with 2 babies. She wasn't. She's never gonna be prepared to be serving time. Not because she got 2 babies, because it's about me. I can't go to jail. I need to be out here making money. Evans, his name, okay, this is her man. She met at a rooftop charity event in 2017 during the Theranos scandal, presented a silver about at a Taylor Swift reputation tour concert when he proposed to her a year later. I got a snake. Together, they decided to start a family despite the legal jeopardy that Holmes was soon to face. She was like, okay, this was her. I know it was her. It wasn't him. It was him because he wanted family, because he's a family man. But her, she was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I want to be a mom. And he was lighting up. He was happy. I don't just my guess. We hadn't talked about having kids. We hadn't talked about that. And now, like, do you really want to do this? She's like, yeah, I think it's time, She's like, and in her head, I wonder if it's going to reduce my time in prison. Yes, I want a baby. She fooled that man, stole that seed from him, stole 2 of them. Women be doing that. Y'all don't know women. Keep telling y'all. Okay. I asked him 20 times if he wanted to spend his life with me, she recalls. Okay. There were a million reasons why not. Although Evans is heir to the Evans Hotel Group, his family hasn't contributed to Holmes' legal defense. So she still wasn't messing with no scrubs. A year later, Holmes was pregnant again with Victor, Latin for invincible. Okay, I like that. I thought it was really Invictus, which delayed the prison start by a month. I always wanted to be a mother, she explains. I truly did not think I would ever be convicted or found guilty. It's more about the guilty in that part, less than the mom side, okay? When the time came to turn herself in, finally, May 30, 2023, she just went to jail. She approached the prison gates in a Ford Expedition while hurriedly using a high-tech LV breast pump to collect milk for the 3-month-old Victor in the backseat. Oh, I'm so irritated right now. I'm so irritated by her. I don't like her. Because it's like, okay, baby. Okay. Mommy's got to go now because I'm breastfeeding and I'm pumping milk and I got to do this right. Hurry up and do this before I go to jail. making a whole scene, still playing the victim, Y'all just forget about that. All that money I stole from people that that I spent and enjoyed with my boyfriend, Sonny. Forget about that. That's not, just that never happened. Focus on me right now. I'm a mom with a baby and I'm breastfeeding and they putting me in jail, so I got to pump the milk out real quick. Whatever. Baby, you knew you was going to jail. You should have put on some formula anyway. I felt like that was selfish. And you should just go and pump enough in them 3 months and just put it on ice. I don't know. You can buy breast milk online. I ain't breastfeed. I had to things to do. That was so annoying. Upon surrendering, she told guards that she was breastfeeding her child and was allowed to bring 2 pumps with her into detention. Extra! Over the next week, she collected a small amount of milk in a plastic bag. I wanted my daughter to have her mother's milk. Y'all don't believe me. She don't give a damn about the kids. I meant to press this. She don't give a damn about the kids. It was important to me because it was a way to love her and hear. She can't even that ain't pulling at the heartstrings. That ain't make me feel like nothing. It made me feel like she's still trying to scam. You got to get your words together because we're still hearing you talking in this voice like this and you're being weird. Okay? Holmes spoke to the prison's warden allowing women to breastfeed privately, and authorities eventually built multiple lactation rooms in the housing units in 2023. One dimly lit lactation station features a large mural of a mother holding a baby alongside a freezer to store the milk for the next visit. I'm so sick to my stomach right now. While Holmes shivers I can't read no more of this. Let me get out of here. Okay, so because this is I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed, y'all. She keeps trying. Oh, she still ain't done. They don't be done. And despite her global reputation as a biotech con artist who put lives at risk, she says she's continuing to write patents for new inventions and plans to resume her career in healthcare technology after her release. She ain't done with the bull. There's not a day I have not continued to work on my research and inventions. I'm completely committed to my dream of making affordable healthcare solutions available to everyone. I'm going to say it in her TED Talk voice. I remain completely committed to my dream of making affordable healthcare solutions available to everyone. Thank you. For now, however, she is sustained visits from her family when she can cuddle, watch William gather acorns in the prison yard, and hold Evan's hand and briefly hug and kiss. Are these people, are the Murdochs, are they over People magazine? Because the way this thing is written is too much sympathy for me. Okay, and not enough sympathy for the right people. Conjugal visits are not allowed. Okay, she goddamn, I mean, she in jail. But she can't be doing everything. She got to have some kind of punishment. It kills me to put my family through pain the way I do. You didn't have this family when you did all this stuff. And when you started going to court, you ain't had none of this. You had them as a stunt, smoke and mirrors. But when I look back on my life and these angels have come into it, I can get through anything. It makes me want to fight for someone, okay. Oh, what? What? Let me get out of here. I'm getting triggered. Let me get out of here. That was so crazy, y'all. What do y'all think, chat? Let me get in this chat. I got a few people, y'all done, came up in here dropping a few words. I'm going to say regulators. What I say? Mount up. Mount up. Get down in the chat. That's a new thing. Real girls get down on the floor. Okay. We got RPG. He holding me down. He give me the side eye before I came in there good. He like, I know she gonna be late. I was probably like 5 minutes late today. And I knew I couldn't be on here long, so I had to be on time. Okay? To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And to be late is out the mother question. Okay? It ain't out the question. Not at this point. I've been late a lot since COVID. Since C19, I mean. He also hits me with the $9.99, the $10 super chats. Y'all know my folks, y'all be holding me down. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all hold me up. And also, he's laughing at me, speaking into existence. Y'all know what he's speaking into existence? Being a genius. Y'all don't even know if y'all interacting with a genius right now. Engaging with one. Okay? Jocelyn, hey? Hey. What she always say? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jocelyn. Who else we got up in here? We got Nina Simone. Y'all shout out to Nina Simone. Shout out to Nina Simone. What? Y'all know what I'm finna say? Gave me this topic like 2 days ago. My research team, when I say they always come through, I'll be like, I ain't gonna talk about that. Like, you seen this? I'm like, what these rappers doing on here? They talking about free her. Free who? Free Elizabeth Holmes? Ain't no way they know what she did. They can't know. Shout out to Nina Simone. Nina Simone hold me down. My research team, what I told y'all. When I get on my feet, I'm going to kick y'all down. Y'all know that. Kick you on my feet. Okay. Yes. Nina says, good evening, everybody. RPG used the N word talking about Elizabeth. He says she got narcissistic behaviors, narcissistic ways. We're not saying that she's a narcissist, but yes. So, what is his name? We got these rappers. Let me find him. He's so annoying to me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, let me pull it down. And then do this. For those of you who are coming in late, I'm going to play it one more time, and I'm probably going to have to wrap it up soon, because y'all know. Friday night, party hunting. I ain't doing that Friday night. Let's let everybody else see what we're talking about. I called the guy Ronnie. That's why I couldn't find him. Hold on. I was like, where is he? Check the mirror, looking fly. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know any of these songs I be singing on here? I know y'all do. For the people I've seen in the chat, I know y'all know. Here you go. All right. He got 16K followers. Hold on. Let me get out of here. Okay. All right. This the guy right here. This Ryan L. Hosseini. Yeah, I put the emphasis on the right syllable. All right, this him right here. 10K followers, 30 posts. He following 927 people. Technology expert. He got a blood here. I ain't even noticed when I looked at this earlier. He has a blood. That's what that means. That's how I read this emoji. Let me know if y'all read it the same way. That's blood and that's a dimer. To me, I take that as, you know, he gonna get the money however he want to get it. He don't care who he got to sacrifice. None of that. Okay. Just Blood out now. This is a what do you call this? A camera, a projector. He's in film. Blood, and then he got this. That's crazy. Free Elizabeth Holmes. Filmmaker. What is all this? Aviation. Geek. So did he fly planes? He's a car enthusiast. None of this make no sense. Like, I don't get it. Is it adding up? It ain't adding up. Okay. I'm gonna click on this. Once they found out, I don't know if it got something.
Get the map. You can't be here.
Oh, we can't be here?
Quest diagnostic.
This is private property. You can't be here.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta leave, sir.
Where's Jim Davis?
Oh, this dude is crazy. Okay, I'ma say it. We can look at some more of his information. He's a cloud chaser. He's a coattail rider. This is not real. He's a promoter. He's promoting the movie. He's using his Elizabeth Holmes stuff. He's about 3 years too late. I'm telling you, he should have jumped on the wagon when it was hot. To be talking about her right now, like even me talking about her right now, even though, I mean, I'm interested in this kind of stuff. Evidently, Nina Simone is too, and RPG and whoever. He late on this. And what's the point of you can't be on the property. They be like, oh, you know, they don't want us here because we're the competition. Is that what he was trying to do? Then gonna tag Quest Diagnostic. I'm gonna play it again. I don't like him though. This is private property. You can't be there anyway. I don't care if you was there for mess or not. All right, so let me see this. Put this up here because this is a mess. This is crazy. No, he ain't got no music on. Well, this is music probably. JustBlood.com, Times Square takeover. Free Elizabeth Holmes. Who out here? What is this? PCNY. What does that mean? Just Blood movie. Jadakiss, Jim Jones, who is Brother Mob, DJ Pro Style. He just seemed like he just a promoter. DJ Silas, WSJ, New York Times, Fortune Magazine, Forbes, Cleveland Clinic, CNBC News. Y'all. For hashtag free homes, hashtag facts, no fabricated lies by John Kerry. Who is it? That punk bully. You have my phone number, John. Just Blood, Times Square. You got Quest Diagnostics. What's up? Then he got the WAG on here. Then he got the CVS on here. He got Safeway on here. Dang. Why he ain't go out to Walmart? Scared of Walmart, man. All right, so let's see. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna mute that. He ain't doing nothing but driving his car and like got this woman picture up here. Innocent of what? This is annoying. Is that not who is it? I want to go back. How do you go back on IG? Can you scroll back? I can't believe he out there. Jimmy right here. I ain't surprised by nothing Jimmy. I used to watch Jimmy and Chrissy all the time when they were on Love and Hip Hop New York, and when they had their own show with Jimmy's mom on there. And Jimmy and his mom, they are tight. Their relationship is interesting. Chrissy still be looking good though. She be, I think she keep herself together well. This dude act like he think he pit bull or somebody. Well, ain't no sound. I'm not gonna play the sound because I think it's music on here. Him! Dang, why won't let me pause where I want to pause it at? What is he doing there? Is he sick? Y'all think he got some kind of health condition? Let me get you off here, RPG. I know he's still up here. You said the same thing I said too. That, and what'd you say? That blow Diamo? That what that mean? That mean blood diamond? This is crazy. Like, what is this? These people, they look like some other people. I mean, they say they be paid to come to the events. They be wearing red hats. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? These people definitely like they got paid to be there. You going hard for what? What are you going this hard for? I got a few more minutes, y'all. Why are you going so hard? Like this is technology. Oh, I know what they're trying to say. Too many lies. Like he driving cars, he's rapping. He's in Times Square. Do y'all think Jimmy knows? I think Jimmy knows what they talking about. I don't think Jimmy knows. These people just like, here go a t-shirt. I'll be out there getting a t-shirt. I'll be one out. You know, they got to be giving stuff away. I'll be like, give me one of them. We be at these games and stuff, catching frisbees. Throw out some frisbees. I'm going to throw y'all out some pills. Shout out to Nina Simone. She got me this pill right here. This is glass. Thank you, Nina Simone. Y'all be, designing my studio. Y'all be giving me work. Y'all, I really got a good team around me, man. I don't pay them because I can't right now. I got to get on my feet first. But when I get on my feet, I telling y'all, my memory is excellent. I don't forget nothing. Okay. This is crazy. I don't like this guy. And I don't like what they're doing. This is all fake news. He hard up on Quest Diagnostics. Why he ain't on LabCorp? Quest, who is this? Agree with my, okay, cancer, the test discovery on my technology. We have it on camera speaking with Kenneth French, seeing specialist, but due to consent issues, we cannot release the video. We haven't seen the test run yet. He said he was going to be running the test. All of this started on that interview, that news broadcast was on the 22nd of April. Today's May 2nd. We still haven't seen a working test, Elizabeth. He lying. He on that same mess she on, I'm telling y'all. But due to consent issues, we can't do it. Nina, it always be that. It always comes back to that. He may be in a secret relationship with Elizabeth. She's probably using him. Elizabeth is a con artist. She's got the gift of gab. She knows how to do that mess she does. When people do that thing they do, ain't nothing you can do with them. She's probably like, because he's a former CEO of some lab somewhere. And CEOs really ain't looking too good right now. Which is also, let me talk about this too. Let me say this and I gotta go. Like they be at church and be like, okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. I forgot what I was gonna say. It always come back to this. I forgot what I was gonna say just that fast. That ADHD is real. Might be in a secret relationship. What was I saying? It does always come back to this kind of, and she's in jail and she ain't trying to stop. Oh, for the rappers to be thank you, Nina Simone. Thank you. For the rappers to be jumping on this with the whole, we still got this Luigi Mangione stuff that's going on from, what's that? I don't even know when that happened. We ain't heard nothing else too much about it. Every now and then it'll come up on my feed about Luigi. But healthcare CEO situation. I'm surprised that people are like backing, like trying to big up and support any type of healthcare related situation right now. It's kind of hot in healthcare. It's like, let's leave it over there. Y'all know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that these rappers know what this is about. Put a 2 in the chat if you think they chasing the chick. Can I make a poll? Let me see if I can create a poll real quick because I gotta go. And thank y'all for coming tonight. I always appreciate y'all showing up. Okay. Does Jimmy know? Does Jimmy know what this is about, guys? Because they wouldn't even be, if they ever had a family member that got diagnosed with anything, misdiagnosed, or just any kind of health condition, it's like, hey, this girl putting out fake tests. And any kind of test really could be life altering with misinformation. Somebody had a miscarriage, according to this test, they pregnant. That's life changing. Prostate cancer, HIV. This is what she's doing. That's what she did. She gave them, like, okay, let's just say they got it. Like, for real. It's like that. Like, okay, so this says it probably was a lot of the samples that were like, oh, this is null and void. We need to retest. We need another sample. You said we need a larger sample. Because y'all know when you go to the doctor and they draw blood, they got like 3-4 tubes full of blood, right? Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. And because she didn't want to be wrong and be like, okay, they need to send some more blood in. She couldn't do that because the whole, idea, the whole concept is one drop, one prick of blood. Come on, y'all. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Sometimes, I be on it for real. Like, okay, I got to save face. I'm not gonna, we can't ask for another sample to try to get it. Just put false on there. Just put negative. And she probably picked up on this at some point. We always gonna say, follow up with your primary care doctor. That's always like, that's the CYOA. You give a recommendation with even though this is what I'm recommending, always, get a second opinion or follow up with your primary care doctor. We always say that. So it's like, okay, if this don't work or some, don't go right, go talk to them because that's your doctor. That's your real doctor. They know you better than I do. Right? So she's like, okay, just tell them, put false on there. So she put false on the test results after they sent them back from this lab. Oh my God, y'all, this is so crazy. And she say she ain't guilty, but she is. Okay, let me know if y'all see the poll on there. Let me know if you see the poll by voting on the poll. Thank y'all too for answering in the chat. Yes. So I should have asked if y'all think this guy is a scammer, because all they doing is paying rappers. Because I don't think Jim, and for them to be up there, y'all saying, young lady, and we doing this for all the people who are wrongly convicted. That's the same thing as follow up with your primary care doctor. They like, we can't say exactly, free Elizabeth Holmes, because she actually had a trial, went to court, Like she had a whole process. They ain't just sent somebody to jail, like just because. He did an investigation. This went on. Like, what are we even talking about right now? But he's just trying to promote his show, his movie. I ain't watching it. The good movie already been out. That other one, The Dropout, it was good. I think I might have watched it in Nina Simone's house. Well, I probably watched it with her because I watched it twice, I think. I watched the whole thing twice. So yeah. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Get down into the comment section after the stream because we know that this is filmed in front of a live chat audience. All right, y'all. I gotta go get my roommate. As always, it's LOVEYOU. I love you. I love y'all. You know, not like, but like, y'all get it. I will let y'all come up, but you know, I told y'all come out press for time right now. Anything else I need to add? I don't know, but get into the comment section. You know, interact with me on here. I'll be on here. I ain't never telling y'all nothing else I'm gonna be doing, okay? Because you know, people do be listening, even though they don't comment. Just go ahead and ninja watch. That's awesome. All right, so till next time, y'all. I'll be back and I'll be able to come on and stay a little bit longer. This gonna make me get on here if I do it right before I'm gonna go somewhere else. So yes, I'll be right back. But anyway, till next time, y'all. We're gonna get more updates on this healthcare. My research team, y'all stay on the job. I love y'all. Anybody can join the research team at any time, okay? Don't feel like it's limited. If you got ideas for me, I think I got some kind of way for you to contact me on here. You can leave it in the comments. I'll read them. I read them all. Some of them be crazy, but I do read them all. Or you can email me. That's it. I got to Or follow me on other platforms as well. I think I'm in Allen 007. I'm still her. I'm in Allen 007. I think they all in Allen 007 on every platform. IG, TikTok, YouTube. On Facebook, I'm Nastasha Allen. Y'all know her too, but I don't really be doing too much on there. That's like social media related, other than social media stuff. But yeah, find me on there, guys. And that's it till next time. What do I always say? These prescriptions, they keep piling up. Piling up. These phones, they never stop ringing. I'm going to catch y'all in the next stream, okay? All right. Good night.